Hey, good morning. What's going on, Lord Mason? Hey, back here on the grind out here in the lab, aka the treadmill. Out here getting my run on a little bit here. Just letting you know, hey, I fell off for a little bit. Ain't been running as much as I should have been running. But I'm back at it, out here at it now. So, jumping on it. I also like to say thanks to everybody who's come on my page and subscribed on this page here, Running with Johnny C. Or if they went on my other page, the Chronicles of the Four Horsemen, I would say thank you for subscribing to the page, watching the video, sharing my page, and starting to get a little following. So I would say thanks to everybody out there for doing that for me. But this morning here, I just want to talk about, how if you're trying to build a team, if you got people within your organization don't want to be part of the team, how they can be a cancer and cause a team to not be successful. And what I mean by that, meaning, how it is here in the military, we have platoon sergeant, first sergeant, and they have to put out, orders and directives that is given to them either by, the platoon leader, by the first sergeant, by the battalion sergeant, whoever. And then how it always is, you always have those one or two people within the section, be it military or civilians, that no matter what is put out, they always don't agree with it. They always say, well, I could do it better, or I would have did it this way. When whoever put the information out to them, put it out the right way. So these one or two people, or how many it is, there's always, hey, Mr. Jones, he's wrong for doing this. Hey, Sergeant Major's wrong for doing this, So they're the ones within that section or that unit that causes the problem. Because again, no matter what that leader says that's standing out front, they got something to say about it. So versus them going to that leader and say, hey, I don't understand why you got us doing this right here. Could you please explain it to us? And then a good leader, they'll explain it to them and say, hey, this is the reason why I'm doing it. I'm not saying that some of our subordinate leaders or some of our civilian staff don't have good ideas. But the thing about it is, when a play is called, you go at the play. You go at the play. And if you got questions, that's when you go back, you say, hey, I'm really not understanding what you're asking of us. But they don't do that. So what they do is, they go around, hey, try to keep a disturbance. Versus being that leader, be it military or civilian, to go and talk to who's ever in charge to get a better understanding of what they're asking of them. But they don't do that. They just keep it going. And when we identify these people within the organization, us as senior leaders, be it civilians or military again, it's our job to try to make them part of the team, to get them to see the bigger picture. Because, a lot of times they only see their little piece of the puzzle, but they don't see the whole picture. So, we try to bring them in. But once we realize that we can't bring them in, no matter what we do, that was going to keep a confusion. That's why I want to be military, 4856, MFR, letter concern, to try to get them to be part of the team. And then if they still don't be part of the team, then that's when it's time to relieve a cause or whatever. And then on the civilian side, we have to do the paperwork to make sure that we can relieve them of their duties. Because those type of personnel, if they stay within your organization, they're going to ruin it for everybody. It's always going to be some type of confusion. And as I tell people, it's very easy to stand behind the platoon sergeant, the first sergeant, and throw rocks at the back of their head, talking about what you would do. But then when you're up there, it's totally different. So like I say, if you realize that you got those type of personnel within your formation or your workforce, it's good to try to pull them in and make them part of the team. But if you're seeing that they don't want to be part of the team, they always want to keep some type of confusion, some mess going, it's our job as that leader to go ahead on and help them to become part of the team or work them out of a job. So just want to jump in and just say, hey, we have to, identify those insider threats that's going to mess with good order and discipline of a unit, of being it again military or civilian. So just want to jump in a quick talk. And Lord Mason, you know, as usual, I'm gonna be ready for you for our little PT event. As I tell everybody at the end of the runs, if you can get out and do at least 35 minutes of some type of physical activity, hey, get out there, push-ups, sit-ups, 2 minutes of planks, that's a long time, some leg tucks, and hey, just get physically fit. Hey, until next time, take it easy.